Tuesday morning weekly news plus a couple of pickups that I got from Flipping Steve, YouTuber Flipping Steve. Let me know if you think that he got the better of me or not. I'm kind of worried actually. Stay tuned. Hello to all my sports card collector, investor, all my collectibles friends. Thank you for joining me for another weekly episode. It's the sports card hobby news video that we do every Tuesday. I also just did a Top Shot news. I'm going to start doing that every week as well. I know some of you physical card collectors are going to say like, why'd you put me through that? Or I'm just going to skip over that one. Perfectly fine. But there is a particular audience here as well that is interested in NBA Top Shot. So I will include that every week as well. It'll probably be just kind of like we're doing here, just right before this one. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Before I dig deep into this, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. We're coming out with daily videos all about collectibles, personal finance wrapped in, but a lot of all the cool stuff, guys. And I've got some good ones coming up too. I did a graded video game video yesterday, or was it the day before? And then I've also got a starting lineup video that I'm working on now as well. So we're really trying to cover the gamut of collectibles, just different things. I'm interested in all that stuff. Everything that's nostalgic to folks and that people are collecting, I think that it's very interesting to learn more about it. So we'll dig into it. All right, so Flippin' Steve of the popular YouTube channel Flipping Steve, he came to me and was like, hey man, I've got some cards. I can sell them to you for cheap. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Actually, he had posted, I believe in a Facebook group that he had a bunch of different cards. And I actually was the one that commented about a couple of them. And these are the two cards that I ended up buying off of him. It's a Giannis PSA 10 Hoops rookie and a 2018 Luka SGC 9 in the suit. SGC is not popular right now, and maybe it hasn't been, frankly, but man, SGC 9s, I think that you're not in great shape unless it is a Luka rookie. So this one is actually, so when he bought it, he told me this was about a $350 card, which I think is about correct. And then this one at the time was about $850. And I got both of them for $1,000. Now, the Giannis, I think, has creeped down a little bit. It might be like $700, $750. But at one time, it was an $1,800 card. That was kind of at the height. I think back in August, September of last year, it went all the way up to $1,800. So I was thinking, both cards for $1,000. I think that he was trying to sell off to kind of move into something larger, and that's perfectly fine. He also sold me this Bobby Hebert rookie card for another $1,000. Do you think that was? Kidding. I actually got this for about $15. But I wanted to throw that in there too. Guys, Bobby Hebert, the Raging Cajun, this guy was the man. When I was young, for the New Orleans Saints, it was the Dome Patrol and Bobby Hebert. Only problem is we were in the same division as the 49ers. So Joe Montana and the gang and Rice, they weren't having it. That was back when we were in the same division as them. Had some good teams, just couldn't get by them. So yeah. All right, let's dive into some hobby news. The big news over the last few days. Well, first off, let's just kind of gloss over all the grading stuff. I've already done multiple videos on all the grading, whether it be SGC tripling their prices, PSA shutting down except for their Super Express. How are you guys feeling on that front? Has anything changed for you now that you've had a few days to digest that news? I've always been somebody to buy raw, sell raw, buy graded, sell graded. So for me, it's more of just kind of the same. It's business as usual. I'm buying graded cards. I have zeroed in on very particular stuff that I'm looking for at this point. I had actually picked these up from Steve a couple of weeks ago. But now I've really kind of zeroed in. I've gone in a different direction. And I'll share that with you in a later video, probably in the next couple of weeks. I need to kind of work it up so I can really kind of explain where my head is. So yeah, for me, the grading stuff is just kind of business as usual. The big news over the last few days is the Tom Brady Contenders Auto card that sold for $2.25 million, the most expensive football card ever. And it's so interesting because really football cards are on the low end of the totem pole when you're looking at baseball, basketball, football. Football is really third, when you're having those conversations. And football has been hot. Football's been the one that's hot, which is weird because you would think that it's basketball or it's baseball's been hot as well, but now baseball season is starting and I've heard things are starting to cool a little bit. Now, if we're talking about vintage, that's a different conversation, but talking more on the modern players. But man, football cards have been all the rage here lately, which I think is really cool. I mean, when I was a kid, it was 89 Pro Set, 89 Score. I was really into football cards first, basketball cards second, baseball third. And so it's kind of cool to see football getting some love as well. One thing too that was interesting is that for that Tom Brady auto, the news, it was actually Adam Schefter reported that, and then also Mike Florio on NBC Sports. These guys are big sports analyst, media people. These are the guys really talking about this card sale, and it just is. We've come so far as a market when you have those mainstream media sources that are talking about a Tom Brady rookie card. I mean, it's mind-blowing to me how mainstream cards are without them being as available as far as new product goes. It's just different than when it was in the 80s, 90s. And now we're in this kind of social media era where news comes flying at you. In the 80s and 90s, cards were a lot more mainstream, but you weren't getting this sort of, this wouldn't make the news. Like sports cards wouldn't make the news, or barely. So it's just kind of interesting how that's changed over time. We're in a different market, obviously, but it's definitely as hot as it was in the 80s, 90s. It's just different. The way that technology is kind of dictating a lot of this stuff has changed. All the new startups, whether it be Star Stock or NBA Top Shot or, ComC is not a new startup, but it's an online option. eBay being a long time, obviously a long time option, but still different than what I had in '89. It's just changed since that last boom. So, very cool to kind of see, Tom Brady's rookie card being talked about by Adam Schefter and Mike Florio. I never would have thought that. Shout out to Ryan of Card Collector 2. I saw on Instagram he had posted that he is moving buildings. I think he's just moving across the street. But I always look at him. I really like his YouTube channel. He does kind of a vlog similar to like a Sasha T, where he's showing what he's doing at shows, and he's kind of got someone following him and videoing all of his actions and kind of doing it like vlog style. And I think that's cool. I wish I could do some more of that stuff, and maybe we will have more of that type of video coming out soon. We're working on some things. But I really like that style that he does, and it's inspiring seeing someone kind of get into a card shop, have success. He really got into it. I don't know exactly when he got his shop, but I think it was 2017, 18, or 16, or it was basically right before the boom. So great timing, just kind of getting into it and hitting that bull market. But he was hustling before it was big time, before sports cards were where they are right now. He was doing the shows and doing all the same stuff. So kudos to him and congrats on the new building. Slab Stocks reported on Instagram as well on two big gold prism sales. One was a Luka Doncic rookie card 18 gold prism. Man, that's a sweet card, unbelievable card. And then Giannis 2013 prism, both of them out of 10 gold prisms. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised that the Giannis was almost as high as the Luka. The Giannis was in that 525 range, 522,000, and the Luka was 645,000. And you're probably saying, like, Dustin, why you're crazy? Like, why wouldn't Giannis be 522 and Luka's 640? Luka hasn't done anything. Giannis has won MVPs. Yeah, but I don't know. There's just something about, like, Giannis is just down right now. There's just kind of no one's excited about him. I guess that's the whole thing. It's not that he's not playing well. It's just that there's no real, I don't know, maybe it's just kind of like, I think they're waiting for something to happen in the playoffs, the Bucks to finally break through, maybe go to an NBA Finals, and then there's a lot more Giannis talk. Right now, though, he's just kind of he's almost getting the Lamar Jackson treatment in the NFL. Great talent, but just hasn't gotten over the hump when you get into the postseason. And now that's starting to kind of matter. He's been on a couple of good teams that have made he's been number one seeds the last couple of years, and just hasn't been able to get over that hump. And this is typically the time when, these guys get the most scrutiny, is when they kind of get to that age where it's like, all right, are you going to win a championship or not? And he didn't leave Milwaukee. He didn't leave Milwaukee and go to Dallas, or he didn't go to the Lakers, or he didn't go to the Clippers, or, another team where you've got stars to where you can really make a run. I mean, you look at, Who's going to win the East that everybody says? It's Brooklyn. Everyone is looking at the Brooklyn Nets team and saying like they're the champions, or they're going to face off against LeBron's Lakers. I mean, that's already kind of built into everybody's psyche at this point because everybody just assumes that LeBron's going to be there since he's there every year. And then look at the Nets. They don't even have their best player. They haven't had their best player all year in KD, and they're still just whooping everyone. So, it will be kind of cool to see how this NBA I'm really ready for playoff time. I'm ready to see if Luka and the Mavs can get through, a series, get through a couple series, maybe make a splash. The Nuggets actually look pretty good. The Nuggets were good last year. The Nuggets were in it last year. So, NBA playoffs is going to be really, really fun. I'm excited for that. We've got the NFL draft coming up. Looking forward to that as well. Are my New Orleans Saints going to try to get a quarterback? It looks like all the QBs are going to be taking first 3 picks, whatever. Who knows? It's wild times. And lastly, I'm going to talk about retail and how it's changed. I thought this was funny. Guess the Grade put this on Instagram. It was basically a sign with like a queue that's been set up. It's amazing to me, these exotic queues for retail sports cards and Pokemon cards for that matter as well. It's just gotten to such an unbelievable point. And just the demand is so unbelievable to me. It's shocking. And like I've said in other videos, I'm not a retail hunter. So it's not like I'm feeling the pain. I'm not somebody over the last few years that's been going and getting this product and ripping those packs and doing that. I used to, of course, rip packs when I was younger in the 80s, 90s, but cards were so widely available at that point. I could go to the gas station and get whatever pack I wanted outside of 89 Score Football. That I could not. But you know what I mean. I mean, now it's really just changed. It's changed dramatically. So I don't know. And I know that I don't want to get on that. I know everyone's upset. There's a lot of people upset about the retail craze right now, and that's fine. I get it. But I'm amazed at how that's gone and will that change? Over time, or is this kind of the new normal for sports cards? Let me know how your week is going in the comments. I hope you guys are doing great. Any amazing pickups? Let me know. Are you getting retail? Let me know. Let's talk about it. This is the community. Let's get in. And also, positive message of the day. I wouldn't say I have anything profound set up for today, except for just believe in yourself, even when it's hard to, even when you've kind of fallen down and you don't really know what to do. You don't have a plan. Everything seems to be just falling away. Just stay confident. It will be all right. It's just one day. Get through to the next, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Build this thing brick by brick, whether it's your professional life, your personal life, your relationships. Everything is built over time. Nothing happens easy and nothing happens quick that is worthwhile. Just remember that. If it's something that's worthwhile, if it's a goal that you want to achieve, it won't happen overnight. It'll happen over a long period of time. And that's what will make it even more sweet at the end of that thing. And so just keep on going and really find something that you really enjoy that process. You enjoy every single day of it. That way, it doesn't feel like work. You're just doing what you enjoy doing, and you'll get there when you get there. But the best part is that journey, the journeying to get it. All right, guys, have an amazing Tuesday. I hope everybody is well. Stay together, stay close to your friends and your family, and let's get on with another great day. Take care.